Hello and welcome to this short demonstration of Omixon Target. My name is Tim Haig. I'm Omixon's Chief Technology Officer, and I'm going to give a short demonstration today of some of the navigation features of the tool. Because this is slightly unusual software, it doesn't look very much like many other genomic data analysis softwares. We found it's useful just to give people a quick overview of some of the navigation features. So I'm not going to explain too much about what's actually going on in here. I'm just going to show you how you move around, what everything does, where the help is, and all that kind of stuff. We've got two major functions, data analysis and the HLA haplotyping function. So if I click on the data analysis function, you can see we start building a little breadcrumb at the top of the screen as to where we are. So I can click on an individual experiment within this, and then an analysis, and then a sample, and you can see it's making a little breadcrumb. Now this is also clickable, so I can jump up and down in the little hierarchy that we have within the tool. This is one of the easiest ways of navigating around. Also, if I found a particular sample that I'm interested in, this is the imported example sample, for example, then I can create a bookmark for this. Within the bookmarks part of the tool, I add a bookmark. This is my example sample. Okay, so I close the bookmarks thing. I'll go back to the data analysis view, and then I can jump back to my example bookmark, go to bookmark, and I can jump backwards and forwards and bookmark some of my favorite features. On every single page we have a help function to show you some little help about what's going on, what a sample is in this case, within the sample dashboard. We also have a little tutorial that starts up when you very first start Omixon Target. There's a very little kind of introduction to the tool, which tells you how to get started basically. And you can start that little introduction tutorial again at any time by clicking on this little function here. This button will log you out. This button shows you the tasks, the task manager within the tool. So it shows you all the various tasks that have been run and how they did. You can also click on these and see a little bit more detail about the parameters that were used for each individual task. Home will take you back to the home page. So start you all again from the beginning. And we have, a bit like a website, we have a backwards and forwards buttons as well. So you can move around with backwards and forwards. This is another one of sort of the navigation options. We also have some list handling tools, so you can select all the items in the list. As you can see, they've all been selected. You can select none, and you can swap the selection. Whatever is currently selected can be deselected, and vice versa. And sometimes if you select multiple things, you'll see other functions become available. Like for example in this one, the compare samples has become available because we've selected more than one sample within the analysis dashboard. If I click on an individual sample, we can see that we've got some menus on the side here. So we've got an import menu. Now in this case I've already done quite a bit of analysis with this sample, so there's not much data left to import. We've imported everything we need. We've also run most of the analysis steps already, and we're kind of into the results phase for this particular sample. We have an Analyze Sample Variant screen and a little genome browser. When we click in the genome browser, you can see how to navigate in here. Now I'm currently using drag mode, which means I can click with the mouse and move things up and down. And also wherever I'm hovering the mouse, I can use the mouse wheel, as I'm doing now, to zoom in. So zoom in and zoom out using a mouse wheel, or you can zoom in and zoom out using a plus and minus key and then just drag with the mouse. Or you can go into drill mode, which is where clicking and dragging with the mouse will allow you to select a region of the genome browser, as you can see here, and drill into an individual, into an interesting region. You can jump to targets. So in this particular case, our target is defined as 14 exons within 4 HLA loci. So I can choose one of the exons, HLA-B, exon 2, and I can jump in, and this is HLA-B, exon 2 here. So you can see that now that I've clicked on it, it's been kind of kept in this little box at the bottom down here, showing you what's going on there. So I can move into a collapse mode, which will collapse these views down, which makes for slightly easier viewing, and I can rotate the tracks into a slightly more traditional horizontal view. And on every view, I can also make the visible part of the screen a bit bigger and hide away most of the menu items on the left-hand side. So clicking on that will just toggle that. Now I can capture screenshots from here in PNG format. And that's about it, I think, for sort of navigation options within the genome browser. So I'm going to use the breadcrumb, click up here, HLA experiment. In fact, I'll click on data analysis, and in here you can see that we've got our targets and our references as well. They're all pre-configured in here, and they're shared by all the experiments that you may be working with. Okay, so I think that concludes a small demonstration of the Omixon navigation. So this button will quit the tool. So thank you very much for your time.